KHQA News at 10.
Tonight, voters in the Show Me State head to the polls for Missouri's primary election. I'm Raja Maples with voters' decisions in just minutes.
And another tri-state death related to COVID-19 as cases in the area are on the rise. We'll show you what counties are reporting new cases on this Tuesday.
And our warming trend begins as early as tomorrow with plenty of sunshine and somewhat warmer conditions, especially in the afternoon, setting the stage for what will be the return of summer by Friday. And along with that, chance of thunderstorms. Tell you about that in the forecast coming up.
From around the tri-states, this is KHQA News at 10.
Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Amber Robb. Our top story, it's Election Day in the Show Me State. That's where voters are casting their ballots in the Missouri primary election today. KHQA's Raja Maples joins us in the studio to show you who came out on top in the polls today.
That's right. Northeast Missouri residents are deciding several statewide races, and they include governor, U.S. representative for Missouri's 6th House seat, and several sheriff races throughout the area. And let's get right to those results right now. We begin tonight with the Republican race for Missouri governor, where incumbent Mike Parson faced two GOP challengers that include State Representative Jim Neely and Sandra McDowell. Now, the Associated Press has declared Parson the winner of that Republican gubernatorial race. Parson previously served as lieutenant governor. He took over after former Republican Governor Eric Greitens resigned in scandal in 2018. Now, Parsons' win today means that he will have a chance to defend his seat against Democratic Missouri Auditor Nicole Galloway in November. Now, she beat four other Democrats with little statewide name recognition. Galloway was the only Democratic gubernatorial candidate currently in statewide office. She also was the only candidate to have won a statewide campaign previously. Now, Missouri voters also were deciding whether to expand Medicaid health care coverage to thousands of more low-income adults. That measure appeared as Amendment 2 on today's ballot, and we do not have final numbers for this ballot measure at this time. Now let's move on to the Republican race for U.S. Representative. That's for Missouri's 6th District. Incumbent Sam Graves will get a chance at an 11th term in Congress. He defeated challenger Christopher Ryan in today's GOP primary. Now, the 6th District covers the width of rural northern Missouri, all the way from the Kansas border to the Illinois border. Graves serves on the Transportation and Infrastructure and the Armed Services House committees. He's been a vocal supporter of President Donald Trump. Now, since the district has moved very conservative in recent years, Graves will be heavily favored in November against the winner of this 5-person Democratic primary, and a winner has not been declared in the race so far. Although at last check, Gina Ross was ahead, followed by Henry Martin and then Ramona Ferris. 5 Republicans are running for state representative for Missouri's 40th district. That includes Chad Perkins, Heather Dodd, Ron Staggs, Woodrow Polson, and Thomas R. Schultz. That seat represents several counties in Northeast Missouri, including RALLS, MONROE, and PIKE. And again, we do not have numbers for these candidates at this hour. Voters have overwhelmingly said yes to a sales tax measure in Knox County for road and bridges. That sales tax issue passed 756 to 157, with a yes vote clinching almost around 82% of the votes for Knox County sales tax. Now to a very hotly contested race for RALLS County Sheriff. That's where Monroe City Police Officer Brad Stinson has defeated current RALLS County Chief Deputy Ronald Hott. Stinson had a little more than 67% of the vote. Now, current RALLS County Sheriff Gary Dinwiddie is not running for re-election for sheriff, and after tonight's results, he will not be RALLS County coroner either. The Republican was defeated today for that coroner race by challenger Robert Van Winkle. Van Winkle had about 64.6% of the vote. Dinwiddie was first elected sheriff in 2012. That's when he defeated former RALLS County Sheriff Paul Forney. Speaking of coroner races, let's show you a very close one in Schuyler County, Missouri. That's where Julia McNabb narrowly defeated challenger Victor Farrell. Of course, these are unofficial results at this hour, and they show McNabb with 51.75% of the votes. There were no other parties listed on this ballot for the coroner race. And now Monroe County voters cast their votes on Tuesday for the Republican seat in the sheriff's race. It was between Joe Colston and Tyler Wheeler. Unofficial results determined Colston as the winner, receiving about 61% of the votes. And now to the Republican race for Pike County, Missouri Sheriff. That's where there was another hotly contested race between Stephen Cordy and Corey Anderson, and we do not have election results for that race at this time. Now, there are plenty of other races and issues happening throughout the Show Me State on this Tuesday primary. They include the race for Lieutenant Governor, Attorney General, and many other local and statewide races. You can find many of those results right now at KHQA.com and our Facebook page. We'll continue to enter numbers as more results come in. And now let's send things over to Amber.
Thanks, Raja. Weather-wise, it was a great day to head to the polls. Let's check in with our Chief Meteorologist, Rich Kane, for tonight's forecast.